What's up, everybody? What the day? I had to come and make another video, short and candid, because I'm feeling it right now with the spirit. And let me just go to say that, you know, it's like this. In part, I'm so humble to know that within myself that I do make it kind of hard for some people to, I guess, get to know me. Um, I do have a sense of being quite stubborn. That's hereditary, and but I am doing so much better than I was in my younger days and even coming up. You know what I mean? And I believe that every day I'm learning something new. And if I'm not learning something new, I'm being reminded of something that's very pertinent or imperative to that who I am and where I'm going. Regardless of me drinking soda, eating chips, this, that, and the third, and smoking my black and miles, in which people think, I see the subliminal messages. And yes, people can overdose. People can overindulge. That is a possibility. In fact, it's a certainty. Just depends on what we're doing throughout the day, right? So, but I got to say this. Let me say this, and this is serious science and chemistry. First of all, we got to know that a lot of what we're going through here in America is psychological. It is a psychological game, wicked diabolical game that they're playing on us. It's diabolical. This psychological warfare, which infiltrates the spirit, which is this is all predominantly a spiritual warfare because you can't have one without the other. But it is most definitely a psychological warfare here in America. All these tricks that they playing, if we don't see the degeneration of what's taking place of our heritage and culture, okay, regardless of where you're from, you come here and you stay long enough, you're gonna lose your traditional morals and values. Trust me. I done seen brothers, men that I haven't seen in quite a while. Their skin complexion is different. They got white spots on them now. Their skin turning white like Michael Jackson. Huh? I forgot the name of that disease, man. This shit is real, y'all. Okay? This ain't no joke. Moving on. I say it like this. I can see how things is rising up in this. Listen. Matter of fact, I want to continue to talk about what I just said about the science and chemistry and really just, the psychological warfare in science and chemistry. I want to say this. As I said in a previous video I've shared on my YouTube, that I have deliberately indulged in certain things to see how my body would react. And now it's like this. I've been, excuse me, telling myself that, okay, look, excuse me, if all things is made from the Creator, and it is to be used with discretion, and if we have a substance, which is a lot of substances out here, even foods are compound foods, right? Meaning you have more than one ingredient. We take a look at the periodic table, all things on the periodic table, didn't God create it? Didn't the universal God force create it? But it's just how we use it. But people like to talk about God got my back. God is dope. God is this and that. Well, when I indulge in these things, and look at me today. Look how I look, brothers and sisters, and I still got it written on my heart, and I can say what I say. Like, yo, you're not taking the time to, I was about to curse, but to think like on some serious shit. Y'all not seeing it? Y'all continuing to like what y'all see with this money that y'all feel y'all getting, and y'all buying these cars and getting dick sucks and all this shit, smoking and drinking. Yo, more is gonna continue to be released. And when it comes out and y'all mother and y'all dudes don't move on it, you're gonna get what you deserve and it's gonna come to your ass. I ain't wishing bad on nobody, but God already told me. It's just a matter of me. I feel like I'm dragging my foot on it because it has nothing to do with fear. I'm just being quite timid because I need to know how to move in this thing. All right? This is serious, man. But I see how things is going to continue to amplify and degenerate here in America. Fuck a vote for a president or mayor or anybody. Because it's not working. Because if it was really real, all this would not be happening here in America. How about that? Trust me, I haven't yo. I beg so much to have a real serious conversation with a brother, but I can't get it because every time I'm breaking bread on a serious note, here comes a phone call. Here comes music being played real loud, or some kind of act would happen miraculously. It's not a game. It's not a joke. And for all those who think I'm crazy and bugging out, like I said, man, middle finger to you. You're not in this life, but if you want to get with it, trust me. If you want to see what's going on, come talk to me. Come holler. A lot of y'all don't even talk and holler at me anyway. Because y'all probably taking the word of what y'all slave masters telling y'all, putting in y'all, or how it got your mindset, how this whole construct is. And I hate it. That's one thing I can't stand. I don't think I'm waiting to connect with some serious brothers, man. It's like I feel like I just feel like I got to do it totally on my own. Seriously. And that's what hurts the most because I'm not really seeing where I'm connecting with anybody. You know? Nobody hit my line or nobody DM me or message me on behalf of anything. Like, and I deal with this shit every day. There's a lot of things that go through my mind on a deep level, y'all, and I'm still standing and look how I look because I got to fight through that shit to try to, you know what I mean? And this is why I smoke and I drink for the same fucking reasons. So, look, man, I did the vegan life. I did the plant-based. Wasn't nobody fucking with me then. So I goes back into smoking and drinking. Ain't nobody fucking with me now. So I see what's going on with the devil. I see what's going on with God. I see what's going on with the eye. Yo, y'all, look. I'm so hardwired into this shit that I see how it's moving and how it break up families. But because a lot of you motherfuckers are disconnected from the spirit in which your connection is severed, what I say or what I speak can't resonate with you. And so now, and this is why I can't stand what's taking place amongst us here in America. Because a lot of us have been so degenerated, can't comprehend. We have a lot of illiteracy amongst our people, especially in the ghetto hoods. I can remember when I used to try to talk with some brothers when I had my taxi thing going on, and I say a couple words and they got lost, like, huh? And I'm like, yo, that shit hurt my heart, because there's nothing to joke about and smile about and mock. It is sad, man. But you know what they want to think about? Oh, yo, where we gonna get this next L? Yo, let's go get shorty. Let's go to the club. You motherfucking niggas. I love my brothers. I hate niggas. Straight like that, man. But I still got love for them because I would love to see them rise up. But to get through to them and to stay around them for so long, that shit takes a lot of energy. That's why I need to get with a circle. Now, there's only so much I could do on my own, but without that circle, everybody needs a strong team in the circle to have. Yeah, I tell you, this is more than just a game. Sometimes I feel like it's a wicked trap. You know, I fight to keep my sanity every day. I see what's going on. Just today, I had to tell a brother, two guys, in fact, two guys. I'm gonna stop saying brothers because everybody's not my motherfucking brother. I had to tell two guys that was walking around like they all feminized. I told them what to do. And I wonder if y'all even practice or spread the word. I told the brother, if you want to get that wicked ass homosexual spirit off him, you know what I told him to do? Pray on the four corners of the earth. North, east, west, south. That's 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. Drink a lot of water. I've been there and I've done it. I'm living proof of it, but a lot of y'all are so disconnected, y'all can't even tell. There's no discernment in y'all to see what the fuck you even looking at. Especially if you come around me. Now I'm not trying to boast and brag like I'm special, but I done got to a certain place. Had I known what it came with, Lord knows if I would have went through that. 'Cause this is serious. So in a way, I feel like I was thrown out there to the wolves. And which is the American way. They throw you out there to the wolves, even if you go through military training with these armed forces. Cause look at what all this shit done got us today. Look where we at. Look, man. I wonder if y'all spread the word when I say what I say, man. In addition to the prayers and the water drinking and fasting, focus on whatever fears you have, rid them, dead them. And look, man. What else could I say, man? Look, before I close, I say this. Because I'm going to say this too, man. I'm going to put it out there. I had to think about it. Because it's like, as much as I'm trying to be masterful of the things that I say and do and how I try to give it time, um, I think in a way that I am uh, stunting my own growth and blessings. But I say this, I have witnessed some supernatural things. I've seen an actual dog shadow twice. Once when I was in the spot in Queens. Second time was when I was at the Brooklyn Bridge Park 3 years ago. When I didn't take a shower for like 7 days purposely. I went to go get a good cleansing, a good cleaning at the sprinklers. And that as soon as I got up on the grass and I stood on the grass, I saw a dark shadow go right in front of me. It's like, and it wasn't no bird and it wasn't no light refraction and no skip. It literally, like a shadow, went right in front of me. Now, because a lot of y'all don't know what's going on in the spiritual world, y'all may hear from other people, oh, yo, he's possessed. That's how he's seeing it. And even if I'm possessed or targeted, I'm targeted by the Lord, just like everybody else, because we got our work and calling to do. But a lot of y'all don't even want to do it because y'all want to stay with y'all jobs. Y'all scared to lose your house and this, that, and the third. Y'all ain't really, I pray and I want y'all to be ready. That's the thing. What is it that you need? What do you need to hear? Am I not living proof? Yo, next supernatural thing. When I was in Queens, one night I was riding my bike, and it was at nighttime. It was past 10 o'clock, and I was in such anger because I was thinking on things. I was conscious. I was in my consciousness. I was the, very young in my consciousness. A spiritual awareness, and something strange happened as I turned away because there was a traffic light behind me with cars that was coming off of a ramp, right? Off the Jackie. And so when I turned around, because I felt something, I noticed the driver looked as if something had crossed him. He looked in amazement, like as if a light or whatever had passed him. When I turned around and looked past him, but then I noticed, because as I looked in the direction when I turned around, he wasn't too far off from it. So I noticed his movement and the reaction that he made, because he was like, I felt things touch me, like punch, like like I felt like fingers jerked me and all that. That shit don't scare me. Yo, look, man, Because there's some things that I've learned and picked up from watching movies, just like the movie Ghost Dad. All this astral projection that niggas like to talk about and all this shit. Look, that can't really mess with you unless God, the Holy Creator, allows it to. Hear what I'm saying. Hollywood been showing us with these spooky movies what they do. These ghosts are just try to haunt you. They can't really, if you're protected, you're good. If you living straight, you good. If you ain't robbing and killing people, you good. Just like I can't stand when brothers in the hood be talking about, yo, they putting cameras on every corner, this, that, and the third. You worried about a camera? What the hell you worried about a camera for? They got cameras right here on your phone that they could tap into. If you ain't living foul, you don't got shit to worry about, brother and sister. Goddamn, drop the fear. Let's get with this, man. Let's get with this movement. It is not a game. I'm telling y'all, stop playing, stop getting spooked out. Fuck all the conspiracies. Whoever did you wrong, group up and get with some people that'll help you fight that battle. Cause that's what I need right now too. For all of y'all that have been done wrong, victimized and coerced to get with that LGBT and all this shit and whatever has been done to y'all, ask God to give you the power to annihilate some people or to do unto them what has been done to you and have you get cleansed from that, man. Come on, y'all. I worried about the singing and the dancing and want to make a new rap song as if that's going to help. We got enough music that was pumped out and produced for years that have more essence and value in it than what the hell is being pumped out and pushed out today. Understand? Yo, boy, I tell you. Look, man. More, like I said in my previous videos, and I will say all the time that more is going to continue to come out. I pray that you're ready for it. We really need to get serious and have some serious congregations with one another. Reconnect. Africa needs to reconnect, but that's where the largest fight is. But we need to get past that, and I need to make another poem too, addressing my considerable, not even considerable, because I have yet to definitively know my roots and lineage. That is what I want to learn more, because I've said in the previous video, and I don't put it out there, that if the so-called white men have come from us and they behave in such a way due to science, genetics, if they behave a certain way and they may have a rebellious genetic, if they have rebellious genes in them, that's because they father and mother, that's of African descent, because we are of the firstborn, done some things and it went on to their children. It's gonna get deeper too, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. Think about it. Just don't hear it and just want to bypass it, because this is serious information. There's gonna get more. However, I'm not gullible, because my spirit don't take every white person. I am not gullible, and I'm not looking to get with them like that. However, not because I'm not getting with them with like that, I hate them or whatever. No, it's just that my spirit really don't take to them, because I see it's on me where I got to deal with my own. But that's the hardest fight. It is not the white man. Trust me. It is my own that I'm going to have the most difficult time, and I am having the most difficult time right now, because we have yet to find out who were that tribe that birthed the Europeans, that birthed the so-called white people. Who are they? Who knows? If you know, tell me. And I'm going to say this. If Jewish people are not the real Jews, which is understood, then the real Jews is that of African descent. And based on what I just gave you, if the Jewish people, because the suffix ish means a version of or sort of like, if they are like the Jews, which is of African descent, black, so-called black man and woman, then I need to question and find out who the real Jews is, and let's get down to some serious work so we can all repent, get cleansed, and do things how we ought to do it. Let's get in tune with law and let's draw the line. Let's really change the trajectories of this world and bring more peace and heaven upon earth. But because of the wicked ways and the continual deceit of such people, they want to continue to stay in their crazy ass arenas, which is also their state of mind, in which most of y'all and most of us are locked in because of fear tactics, fear mongering, and conspiracies and speculations. So I gotta break bread with my my Israelite brothers too. Cause if my Israelite brothers out there saying that they the real Jews, well, there's some things that we gotta really tune into and bring it on out for the world so we can speak the truth. Let it be known. Go ahead and do what we gotta do to repent, cleanse our ways, be sanctified, and to consecrate the land in which we look to live. Let's start some real purification. And like I said, we will never, I said it before, we will never heal how we ought to heal here in America. We will never heal 100% here. It cannot happen. We have to go back home. That's why I don't get all crazy with all this detoxification. People trying to talk. All this, with all due respect, CMOS, this, that, and the third, it's good. But we don't have the real, raw, good quality as we supposed to have here as compared to where it really comes from, which is back home, our homes. No matter which part of the continent you're from of Africa, that's where they got the richest soil, the best sunlight, because it's right along that equator, which is geographical and geographically imperative to many things that help us sustain our life as African people, black people. This is why we need to go back home. And with the going back home too, a lot of that mixing has to stop. Call me pro-black or whatever, or pan-Africanist, I don't care. Because I'm going to tell you something. If I'm seemingly look to be made out as a terrorist or whatever, or extremist, because I care about that which I am predominantly, then I got to come for whoever is trying to put that on me. Because that's wicked. Because there's nothing wrong with taking care of home first. You understand? There's nothing taking care of home first. And due to what has been taking place over the years and for this continual degeneration, as if a lot of y'all don't see it, it's not just spiritual here, but it's scientific also. That recalibration has to happen to bring about a real balance and some equilibrium. And to my European brothers, for a lot of y'all that like to act, or think you're real gangster, I say this. When it comes to fate, how many of us, to my European brothers, how many of y'all are willing to accept your fate when that definitive truth come, an irrefutable truth? Because I know me as a black man, I accept my fate. Because there's more that's going to come from me. And I accept it. Trust me. And when I get with my brothers and sisters, and it's not about coming at y'all or trying to spew hate. It's just that so many things has taken place over the years where the spirit is telling us, yo, stop playing and get shit together. But it's so hard because of what has been ingrained in so many of our brothers and sisters. And the systematic construct is wicked. So yeah, and this is why I am understanding to know that it's not just color. Because being that the white people, and they got their ways too. Don't think I'm saying what I'm saying to bypass what they have done. No. But I'm going deep. That because of their father and mother, which is of African descent, which they come from, and then their lineage has been dwindling and going down, or descendants, Covenants here, covenants there, covenants there. But going back into the ancients of time, they still it's still within them that they follow in the ways of their mother and father. Many of them, many. So this is serious. We really need to chill out with all this mixing. And if we're gonna continue this mixing, listen, this is not a game. Get serious with the law, with covenants. Learn what covenants are, okay? And let it be written in blood, man. That's the real contract. Huh? Men, when you ejaculate, that semen right there has the blood contract. So know what you're doing. Because for all this mixing we've been doing, we're supposed to have it looking much more better than it is today, especially here in America, for all we endured and for what we have contributed here in this goddamn land. And what bugs me out is to know that the so-called Juneteenth and when we were freed and this and that, how the hell did we go from being free to continuing to want to stay in this motherfucker? That's a real question. That's what hits me from time to time. Like, yo, to know that we came from the motherland. And then you put here and then, okay, fine, they say you're freed now. You want to go back home? You want to stay? Because you feel you got a stake here? And more truth is going to come out about that too. I done shared some of that in my previous video. About when we learn who we are and we go back home, yeah, take the remains of your dad, take them back on home to the real ancestor land. Since we want to make our ancestors proud, take them out of those grounds, take them away being from buried next to their tormentors, and take them back on home, let them reconnect on a spiritual level within the soil. Or if you got them in an urn, just take them within that geographical era where the spirits dwell of our ancestors of tribal men and women. And if that don't make any sense to you, it's a goddamn shame. And you need some help. And I'm willing to help you. Yep. Just know that things is going to get more tense because we're taking our freaking time. And because of spirit and science, as far as genetics and all this mixing, oh, trust me, it's not going to get nice. It's only going to get worse. Take it or leave it. Can't say it. This truth that I spew out right here, that I put out, that I disseminate, this is love right here. If it ain't love, I don't know what is. It's just that, yo, when you talking like this because you feel in your heart, you see what's going on, you got to get passionate. You got to get upset. Call me whatever you want. But when you come chill with me and you talk to me in the flesh, you will see my beautiful soul. You'll feel it. It's just that when the brother get passionate, it gets like that. You ought to get passionate. We ought to get passionate. But it's just like it's hard to be on 100 every day because, goddamn, your own brothers and sisters don't even get it because they so gone. Worried about sex and all this other frivolous shit. When the time come and it really get turned up out here, sadly, we're gonna have to just leave those who's taking too long and put our hands and just, matter of fact, just let the spirit deal with them. Peace, love, and light, y'all. Holla at me.